Getting started a little late today. And so I decided I would just jump right in, kind of. I'm not even on the right screen, so I guess that doesn't really matter. Oh, crap. Ooh, buddy. Okay. Let's just slow down. Slow your roll here. Oh, my audio is wrong. Be quiet, audio. Fix your face. There we go. No. Okay. Oh, we're here. Fine. Everything's fine now. Everything's fine. Gonna open our drink. Somehow there's some weird wet spot on my desk. And I have no idea how that got there. Makes me a little nervous. It looks a little bit like a spilled drink. Or something. Or maybe it's like melted. I don't know what it is. What is that? Okay. Anyway. Irrelevant. We're going to get work done. My gloves on. My actual fingers. Tonight, there really isn't much more for me to work on fishing, and everything I have to do there is like bug fixing and testing and annoyances. I'm going to work on the save system. Da-da-da. As always, I realize, what am I going to work on when I stop having things to work on? Except I'll never stop having things. So, there's me pointing at the wrong screen. Brilliant. Not sure how that came about. This is a special day for streaming, for sure. Why is it pointing to that screen? Okay, let me just do this. There is a button over here. Uh-oh. What button is that? Action? No? There you go. So now I should be able to see what it's going to be. That's weird. I had thought about making this my main screen because this is the one that I'm looking directly at. But they have a different amount of stuff to look around. So let me just find out why my screen is deciding it wants to be on the other side. Very strange. Display. There we go. Thank goodness for real-time broadcasting modes. What is going on? I'm really worried about what I'm seeing right now. My Twitch connection has expired. Okay, but where's my screen? I want to look at my Twitch connection. Am I streaming right now? Am I even on Twitch? What's happening right now? Oh, because... Okay, so let's go find out if I'm actually streaming right now. I'm streaming. Okay. That's great. I don't have any idea what's happening. We're here. I'm good. I'm sorry about the dumbness, but I think I'm ready to go. I'm pretty sure that means my bot's not working though, so I have to go log into my bot because, you know, Streamlabs updated. Yes, I still use Streamlabs. No, I don't really feel terrible about it. Authorize, yes, please. Thank you. It means I have to go to CloudBot again. And turn it. Oh, it is on. Okay, well, that's good. All right. So sorry about the weirdness. Did not intend to have technical difficulties as starting. Let's go work on a save system, which is going to be the save UI, I think. Oops. Savoir. Save system UI control. So now we got to take this horse to the Old Town Road. Look at all this. I added audio today to the fishing game, which was as easy as I thought it would be, which is why I didn't do it in the beginning. You get the rewards. Great. Now we're going to say goodbye to that. Bye-bye. In fact, just for a sake of sanity, whenever I edit nodes, there is a probability that those, if I do an undo, it'll mess up my nodes. So I'm going to go back and, restart the editor. But it's okay because we have to figure out how this UI is. And there's a few things that we do with the save system that I'm going to have to double check on how I want to work. So here's our initialize method. This is doing a few things. Setting up sort of the view, the menu selectable stuff. I don't even really want that, to be honest. We have dummy slots, which we don't want. So all of this stuff really has to just get changed. I've got to upgrade my save UI to be the upgraded. What is going on with my window? Oh, there is this big window in front of the main window, and I was like, is it blocking everything again? I'm having a night, folks, apparently. It's happening. That's what's happening. A night of insanity. So we're gonna let's hide that, because we don't need the fishing game in our face right now. We've seen enough of the fishing game. Am I right? No. Okay. Now we can just look at the black screen of nothing. So we're going to upgrade our UI for the save system to use all of the new stuff that we set up. This is the old one, the save load window. This is a new one. Now the difference is previously we also had we blocked save slots from being saved over for auto, and in that case actually I suppose we wouldn't save over save slots there too. So I'm gonna have to worry about that problem, but I'll worry about that later. So right now we have let me see, save window here. We have the left column, and the left column has our selection of characters. So I actually made my own character select controller here. I just want to make sure these things are set up like I need them. So these have a UI list. We do use a cursor. We do show it on right, so that should be okay. We don't. Yeah, we do want to use the event triggers so that when we select one, it'll update information accordingly. But we want that to point to the save window. Now we're going to go into our code. The first thing I'm going to have to do, because this is the main window, I'm going to need to make it select the first character on the user selection list, which will be Atlas. I'm fairly certain that this characters list is not a window. Nope, just a UI container. That's fine. So then I should be able to just directly give it the select item. So I should be able to just do this here. Watch. Come back here. We got this. We can do this. Close you. My task manager. Close you. We should just be able to go into this window and set the first selectable to the first character here. And these are all manually done because there's only 3 characters. 3 main characters. So we'll just set that as the first selectable. We do want to open it with focus, and all that stuff is okay. We don't. I guess we should do a background tint. And I think all of the settings are fine. Do save state transition. What is this? Multi-image selectable. Why is this code even executing? Do state transition. I don't really want to do that unless I'm not running the game right now. What am I doing that? So I guess I could just do I don't know why it's treating it like it's in the editor. It really shouldn't be editor scoped. But I'll direct it. And while it does its thing over here, we'll go back to the save system and figure out how we want to chop it down. Hey, Killboy. How goes the Killboys world? We got scroll rack, scroll controller, back selectable, which we're going to change. We're not going to have a back selectable anymore, by the way. Might as well just show what it's going to look like from here. We're going to completely get rid of a back selectable. Because now I have UI elements that work for controllers. So I'm going to just go and steal one that's working. Which is in here. We have it doesn't really matter which one I use. Look at that. Reel and tug. Am I right? Giggity giggity. I think I just need that right there. So I'll just steal that. I should make a prefab out of it, but you know, I'll just prefab it by copy and pasting. Hopefully it goes okay. Adequately. No. Better than worse than it could be or something. I don't want you anymore. We're not going to use you. We're going to remove you. Instead, we're going to paste the child input action, which apparently is not going into the right. Is it because options is a full? Yeah. No. If I make options a horizontal layout group, then now I actually know how to do layout group. Versus when I first did this. And I do middle right. I don't expand the width. Look at that. See that? And then my input action I want to do is cancel. which I think I would do UI cancel. Right? User cancel, UI cancel. I think it's UI cancel. Oh, there's two UI cancels. This is the one I want. You're the one that I want. I don't think I ever loaded the X. There's the X key right there. Unfortunately, I had this dynamic system for keys, where it would put the letter in instead of putting a coded one. But after the fact, I realized not only do most keyboards in the world have Roman letters in it, but it's also hard to get the appropriate letter in this context. So I just gonna copy and paste them. What was it doing? I was here. Okay, so we have input. And we want to do this one. Did I not do the X key? Probably didn't. There's the M key. There's the X key. Okay. X gonna give it to you. Okay, so there's the X key. That should be better. I think I have to recompile. Recompile might be needed for a new sprite. Access. Apparently there's this automatic application. I should check that one out too. But instead, we're just going to wait for a compile and we'll go back to our code. We got rid of the save thing. Save slot count will also change. I think we'll still have manual saves. Actually, maybe we won't. We'll still have manual saves limited. And then we'll just, overload people with auto saves because YOLO. I'm also going to apply. So this is like the original size. I'm going to apply a double or triple. I'm not sure. I made this little thing that lets me triple the double or triple the number for the image. I think triple might be too big, but we'll find out. Really not relevant, but it means you won't have to navigate down to the back option anymore. And I got tired of forgetting to wire that up. I'm a little low energy today. I had to get up early to get my daughter to her softball. I'm feeling that a little bit. And tomorrow, while I get to sleep in, it is my daughter's birthday celebration weekend. So I'm probably not going to stay too late streaming tonight. Just so I can not sleep in the whole morning. So get some sleep, but I don't want to sleep too long because I want to get her to her council thing. Okay. She wants to go to trampoline park. Bouncy place, whatever. Let's go back to our code. So, what I was thinking from last time is I can't use numeric values for save slots anymore. I can for manual saves, but not for auto save slots, I should say. So first off, we are going to remove a bunch of crap that we don't need. I actually don't know what the menu selectables are used for. Oh, that represents the character. Okay. So we're going to revise how the save system works because we're at it. Scroll rect. Set active false. So when does initialize get? Initialize gets called. It's loading. So all this stuff feels like it's overdone now. Excuse me. Because this should be using the provider list solution that I have. So what we're going to do instead of using manually managed slots, we're going to change this viewport that has all the save slots into a UI list, which is one of my objects. I think that means I do need to make the slot be a UI list item. No, I already did make a UI list. Hold on a second. Slots. Okay, so I already did that here. Oh, I already did that. So I must have done that ages ago and just forgot that I did it. Scrollable, selectable. Okay. Well, I'm glad that I actually did this somewhere, but I do need to make sure the UI list has a provider set up. The provider is currently set up as the save window. Well, when did I set? I must have done this while I was streaming. I don't even remember when I set this up. So, okay, I guess. Apparently, did I make you a UI list provider? No. UI list provider, which I'll have to include the missing members. And then I will need save slot one UI. Or is it save slot data? I don't even remember. Hold on. So save slot template has a save slot data option. So probably the smarter thing, well, smarter? I think I decided for manual saves I didn't want to number them because I was going to do it by date or something. So just automatically order them by date rather than do it by kind of weird grouping. If you do save, it'll just automatically push a save or something. I think it just makes more sense. I don't think we need the idea of slot. You can manually save or auto save as many things as you want. I think that makes the most sense. But I can just leave the save slot data. If I need to, I'll make a clone of it later. It is a list item, which just tells it can be part of a list, which is fine. And then we need to set up our view here. Okay. We're okay with this. We don't need this at all, because the UI list handles that. Index equals 0, save slot count. So this is the thing that's supposed to load all the save data. So before we can actually write code to access save data, I'm going to need to make something to upgrade the save system. Feels like it means I'm going to put a flag on it. I don't really want to, but I also don't really want people to lose their saves when we do the next update. I feel like it's risky, though, to allow enabling and disabling it. What if both your son and you want to play? On the same machine, like the same computer, there's no like unless you have different versions of the game, which means 2 different Steam accounts. I don't even know how that would work, to be honest. I don't think I have a provision on the PC side for different profiles. Nor do I think I will be making something like that anytime soon. What would I do? How would I do that? I'd have to make user profiles that are different. I haven't tested it if you have the same machine in 2 different accounts. Matzi. Is that like Chia? Hey, Nightfall. How's it going? Okay. So, yeah, I don't have an answer for that, Killboy. I don't think I'm going to have a good answer anyway. But I'm going to still write the code that's going to upgrade it. So I'm going to go to my upgrade manager. What's up, home skillet? Not much, just working on a save system. I could show you where I'm at with the yeah, let me show you guys where I'm at. Matzi, show us fishing. Okay. Fishing is, you know, at the moment it's all the little tiny bits of stuff that I have to finish with it. So it's pretty much done. You didn't make some joke about a skillet? Oh, a low energy day for me. All my jokes are gone. My wife is rejoicing. Just kidding. I still tell jokes. Oh, hold on. That's loud. Easier to do it that way than worry about. I turned sound on because I added sound to the fishing game. We get full-blown music. Next weekend I'll be at event called VGM Con in Plymouth, Minnesota. I think that's where it's at. I'm trying to get these things ready. Music. Fishing music. Sounds for the UI. You can actually navigate all the UI. You'll be at a wedding. Oh, that's cool. And then we have, you know, fishing. I haven't applied the reeling sound. Nah, the con's going to be small. So I'm just going to go because it's local. Watch this. We'll catch the fish. The music changes. The fish is much more active. It like flips around when it's pulling. Which I'll have to tweak some of the numbers on it, but pulling, look at it pull. Really trying. Doesn't want to give it up. Got the little blink sound. Oh, I forgot to change the sound back. Where did I? No, I didn't. I should have changed it sooner back. But there you go. Now, if I start fishing again, most of the fish work, but there's still one that likes to rave. I feel like maybe it is having nightmares or something. It's the raver fish. I haven't even tried to see if I can actually fish again, if it would actually work. Oh yeah, it does. So then the fish, all the fish start working again. So there's something weird that happens where it doesn't, I don't know what. Oh no, it escaped. I didn't catch it fast enough. Anyway, there you go. Fishing. Fishing minigame. Boom. Okay, so I was working on the game upgrade manager, right? Yes. Yes, I was. Need save data upgrade. So this is interesting because this was a different thing I used from way in the past when the data was all messed up. So now I'm going to need a new one. A new need save upgrade. Public boolean needs new save. This is how I do my upgrades. I had to find a way to create a provision for if we need to do some kind of upgrade system. This was my technique for it. I gotta remember what I called my folders. So in the EA folder, where everything gets saved here, we have a save, that's garbage. And I think what I'm going to do, we have autosave and then all the manual save. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to make a auto and manual folder in here. And I'll move and rename all these things appropriately. So to do that, let's see here. What do I want to do? This is the core save directory. The save folder name. What is this? I don't even understand what I did. Uh-oh. Something got goofed. I just want to see what I do with that. Oh, sorry. Been up since early. We have a cloud settings controller. Well, that's when we set up cloud settings. Then we have the save directory path. Cloud folder name, save folder name. Okay. So I have a save directory name and a save folder name. Back to this. As long as the folder names are fine. Public const string auto save folder name. We'll just keep it consistent. Public manual save folder. Okay. So these are the folders that we will need to use to determine the directory stuff. And I think if we just if those two folders don't exist for one file, one folder, then we assume we need to upgrade. I think that's the most legitimate way to do this. So can I do I have a has? Okay. Public. Oh, I would need to be able to do it by the player, by the character. I don't really want. Okay. So I was thinking I could do something where I like check whether it had the auto or manual, but I don't really want to do that. So instead what I'm going to do is go to my upgrade manager. Wait, no, it's actually my game data manager. And I'll do it in here. So we're going to say folder path equals so you get the save file path for Atlas, and that should be just the whole folder. And then I just do path dot just combine. Oops. We're just gonna combine this with the save system. There you go. This should be a path to an auto save folder. Oops, 3 days. Why did I get rid of it? If it doesn't exist, then result equals true. So this is the only thing I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any other thing. I'm just going to confirm whether it exists or not, right? And that should be an okay way to do it. We added a new thing. We put that in there. And then we're going to make this a new upgrade method. Which this one's probably defunct. I could probably get rid of it at some point. But. Upgrade. Upgrade save system, sure. Upgrade to the new system that uses multiple auto save and time-based manual save. Okay, so now I know. Now I'll be able to know if it works. Let's go into okay, yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Do update cloud saves. I wonder why I had that there. Let's see if that works. What do you call it when you need a break at work and go to the bathroom even though you don't need to? A shampoo. That's a lot of words. I feel like that could be a better joke. I feel like I've seen that before as a better joke. I cleanse my palate for that one. It hurts me to say this, but I have a sore throat. Oh, yeah. Because my throat hurts. Right? Mine doesn't right now. Is this object reference not finished? All right, so if my code worked, when I hit play, the upgrade system theoretically will just work. I'm going to mute that audio. And did we get the message? Upgrading save data. No, that's not the right one. Upgrading save data to multiple files. That shouldn't have triggered. Why did that trigger? Oh, oops. Did I just mess up all my save files? I mean, I do have backups. Seems fine. I hope. There's a bunch of garbage in here that's not even relevant anymore. But these ones aren't. What's in here? Someone else's autosaves? Really should clean these up. Okay, so it does trigger those. So we know this happens, so that means that's going to happen. So now we can work on the next portion of it. So what we need to do is get every save file. I don't even really want to do, like, I just want to get every file in the folder, right? I don't want numeric values, and I'm going to rename them to a brand new format. Because I'm going to convert the way the current saves work. It says save underscore, with a number. But I also need the autosave. So I think I'm going to do something that's like the date time of the save. Would that make sense? It has to be something I can order. And you always want to do date descending in that regard. I think you can do that. I think you can do that when you get the list. Perhaps. So let's see. We don't need, okay, so we don't need to use max save slots. We're gonna just get every file in the directory first off. So we're gonna say we're gonna have to get all of them in the autosave and the non-autosave files. And we're gonna need to do this by character. Can I do that in here too? Upgrade save data to multiple. Oh, this was when I moved it so that each character had. I split them. That's what that code does. It splits them out to have the different characters. So I guess I can just do Atlas Pirate and save in my save method. Because it's, again, you know, it doesn't really have to be fancy code. I can do it all in one method, even if it's long. What is this recommending? Get the files. So it is sort of creating, it's like inferring what I'm trying to do, actually, which is great. It's not exactly what I want, but it's giving me some of the boilerplate code. I think that's just fantastic. I'm fully happy with that fact that it's doing that. So upgrade save system. So now we're going to get the directory path for the character from here, which I'm pretty sure this does that too. Make sure. Get save file path. Yes. So I already had it. So that does work because it's already doing what I wanted it. As long as the directory exists, we're going to get all the files in there. We need to get all the files in there and all the autosave files. Then we're going to say there. That's the directory path. I'm going to do. But it's not going to be the autosave folder name. It's going to be, I think, the word autosave. Yes. In a word, autosave. Hard-coded to the max. So now we have the autosave path and the other one. We don't really care whether the autosave path exists or not, but we have it. So we're going to say we do care if it exists, but it'll exist. Anyone who's been playing the game has autosave folder. I suppose we will probably have to protect against brand new users, but we have auto files and regular files. And then anything that this does needs to be its own method. We're going to do some effect. The new method is going to be private. Oops, not private. It's going to be remove save file. I'm hesitant to make a destructive change, but this is one where I almost want to. I don't know. I feel like, oh man, it could be such a bad thing that could happen though. don't need to return anything. Files, character, director, text, that's fine. Private, sure. Make it static? No, I don't think so. Wait, is it called in static context? No. So we'll get these files, whatever the files are. We need to specify the base path. We did that. And I think we just do this check inside of the method. No, we don't. We assume they exist. Okay. So we assume they exist. We can do it twice. Sure. Okay. Oh, we need one other thing here, though. We need a... We don't need a character. We need... Right. We don't actually care about that, right? We're going to get every single SGS file that exists. Basically. In a given folder, that is. So then we're going to pass in... Should we prefix it by the character name? Does it matter? No. I think it would make sense to prevent people from messing them up, but that's their choice if they mess things up. I think I'm okay with not doing that. Let's see. The save directory name. Did I just use the word save? How do I know the name of the file? Save file. Get save file path. Save file folder file name. So where does this go? Get save file path. System.save file. I think I have something else. It must be, yeah, it's called from the game data manager. Okay. The data manager is what keeps the name of the save file. And I did that to keep their structure in place. Okay. So if I'm going to be replacing their save system, I should probably use my own pattern. We'll steal their thing. Do a new one here. Public const string. Could have just pasted it. This is a JRPG, Jeff's role-playing game. Yeah. I made a mess on my desk, and I don't know how I did that either. I'm really kind of disappointed. It's like, well, I'm glad it's just contained, but there's like a spot on my desk. It's like a wet spot. I have zero idea how it came about. Hey, Pixel. Save file. It's really a save file pattern, though, right? It's not save file name. And it feels like we need to do Oh, the date one just has .date at the end. Okay. Autosave file. And this will say autosave. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. But instead of putting this here, though, it needs to be a date. How did it do it in here? The wet spot is from the Slurpee, isn't it? Yeah. Never had a Slurpee, but I might as well have. It's something red and kind of sticky. It almost smells a little bit like I had chapstick that melted, but looking at it, I probably spilled something. I just didn't realize it or something. I don't know. I don't know how I spilled something and not realize it, but you've never had no, I've had a Slurpee, just not at my desk. Hey Pixel, you gonna come down for VGM Con? Great event. Lots of people coming out. Okay, so we can do string format. So let me see. I check it. I don't know what the format is, but what would a pattern look like where I would do insert a formatted date? It's in Plymouth, Minnesota. Don't you have your passport updated? I don't want today's date though. That's the problem. I need a date. I could still use a number. But a date. It's next weekend, Pixel. You clearly haven't been paying attention to the world. It's not that big of an event, though. So, you know, might not be worth actually traveling for. Okay, so I could make it format a date. That's interesting. No, I never paid attention to anything. Yeah, I hear you. I already formatted a date in another context. Couldn't do this. There'd still need to be a like an hours and minutes. Hold on. Can you add hours? I'm going to this event because my wife has friends in the streaming community that play video game music on stream, and she really wanted to go. And then I was like, oh, I wonder if they have a booth thing, and I went. So big hours, okay. How do they do their time? Yeah, so they get a timestamp. And the timestamp gets saved into the date file. Oh, interesting. The timestamp represents when the file was saved. I can just steal their timestamp. Then moving forward, I could just always use a timestamp. Don't even have to mess with extracting data. Okay. So then, yeah, I don't have to mess with extracting data at all. That's great. We'll do a test first. Go to our save system. And then we'll do 24-hour time as a secondary. Which will be this. So the file names will be a bit longer, but this will allow us to have this sort of infinite save look. There might be a race. I don't know if it's possible to save, like have an autosave trigger sooner than a second. I don't think it will be possible. I mean, people could mess with their, time on their computer, but I'm not gonna worry about that use case. So we have the save file pattern. Okay. What did I break? Oh, here. Okay. So what we're gonna do? Is I guess I'll just remove this code. Well, I'll comment this code out for a second. What I wanted to do? Maybe I'll use chat. Maybe I will use Copilot because do I really want to write all the code for this? Set up upgrade save files. I'm working. Save. See the method in the method. Okay. So what I wanted to do, here's like it to do. 1. Filter all the files based on them. With all the files, to only get the ones ending in .stx. Yes. Okay. So all the ones that are ending in .sgs, and then we want for each file loop over each file. 2, 3, get the associated file that has the same name but ends in .sgs.date. 4, get the contents date file, convert it into date file. 5, take the create a new file name based uses that does a string format. I need to do like directory path. We have files, file prefix, file pattern. Actually, I don't want. No, we don't want file. We just want file pattern. Because the file prefix is included. SGS is the extension for the save files created by Smile Game Builder. New format from the file pattern. Pass in the date time. Six. We need to verify directory path exists. Not create it. 7. Copy the file. Into the new directory with the new path, with the new file name. 7, 8. Copy the date file. Same way. New file name with date. That's literally, I think, all we have to do. That will move all the files and clean them up. Right? Potentially, I could have just written all the code, but I'd have to like look things up and figure, oh, how do I want to do this or what? Whereas I could just describe it to the code, the Copilot, and see what it does. Oh, it wants to handle errors. Screw your face. So all the SGS files, right? Get extension. That's fine. Just using a where command. That's fine. Get the date file. Gets the content of the date file. Tries to parse it as a date. If not, it continues. Sure. I mean, I'd probably group it all, but new file name. So this should, I think this will do what I want it to do. File pattern. Okay, so this should do what I want it to do. And I'll it'd be interesting when AI starts literally writing your code. Where's the... What did you just do? That was not the right code. I don't know how I got there. It's kind of like writing some of it, but it doesn't do everything I want it to. So this is the code. I can just push the button and put it in there. It's not as efficient as what I could have done. But I wanted to make it inject the code. Okay, give me a break. This should work, right? Here's the files. It's going to loop through them. It's going to find the date one, get the date. It's going to do the continue, which I don't really want. Instead, I want to do that. This file's really large. That's why the cleanup is taking so long. Don't know why it has all this stupid comments. 2 commented code like a junior dev. There. Okay, so that should work. Actually, I was gonna do a test first, but you know what? So save, manual save. Where's the... I put it in here. What did I call it? Auto save. Oh, they're private. Why would I make private conflict? Why would I do that? This is the manual save file pattern. Directory path is going to be manual That'll be the directory. So this should work, maybe. Apple is designing and building a new vehicle in Russia. It's called the iVan. Oh, womp womp. Machi, I'm at a party right now, but you slay King Slay. Hey, cool. And Jordan, I hope you guys are doing well. Haven't seen as much of you streaming. Have a good party. Party hard, young whippersnapper. Let's see if this works. I mean, this has the potential to exploding things, which will be even better, to be honest. It'll be great. Can't wait to see everything just explode. Hey, look at that. What did it say? Definitely borked. The file name directory volume is incorrect. Oh, I can't do colons. You can't have colons in your file paths? What are you even thinking, Matzi? How dare you? Just more hyphens? When in doubt, hyphen it out. Why does it save 001? It must not have converted the date. Okay, so then the way... I gotta look at how Small Game Builder does their date. Date file. Let's see here. The save date name. Date stamp. Date time. What kind of date time are we using here? Oh, the system level date time. Okay. Why is it having an issue? This is just doing .now to stream. I can even look at those files. I don't always want this one open right now. Up in Atom. We're sunsetting Atom. Not very readable. So I need to use the save system to load that. So then this is here. Okay. We don't want to read all the text. We want to give it the date file here. Okay. That should give us the converted value. I think I should probably double check that. Yeah, so it's just going to return the date. What bird has the worst manners? A mockingbird. My brother got arrested stealing concrete mix during a storm. Now he's a hardened criminal. I don't think you understand how cement works. Joke. It's not harden immediately. Not like the cartoon. Okay, we didn't get any errors yet. Oh, spoke too soon. Wait, I thought I changed the date format. I don't understand why there's an underscore there. Did I change the date format? I thought I did. I just changed one of them. It's also still not getting the actual proper date. I should probably see what it's doing. Hey Tom, how's it going? I hear it's pretty great out there in the world. Let's see how this is used again. At least I have my video games. Yeah. Yeah, so it does try to parse it. I saw you playing were you playing a Final Fantasy of some sort? Looked fun. You streamed for a long time today. You were streaming it up, yo. You were getting your stream on. And talking philosophy. Life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. And how much that costs. Let me see here. So did I do something? Oh yeah, I never. Part of the problem is I didn't update the right one. Except the happiness part. The most interesting thing to me about happiness is that if you don't understand the lack of it, how can you understand actual happiness? I know it's such a human thinking. If you're never sad, how can you be happy? Confucius say, and tell me about your happiness opportunities lately. And the cost of said happiness. Okay, so that actually worked. Okay, so let's see here. Um, I just realized I didn't put a place for the files to exist. What? There's autosave. Never. It didn't save anything in manual. It gave me legitimate dates. Yin yam. I have zero expectations of happiness. No, I was making a joke about the opportunity cost topic. Okay, I gotta go back to my data manager and make sure I'm doing this. Okay, no, I was doing that. So for each character, we go here. It might not have been able to parse the date. So if that's true, we'll do... No, because it created a directory. New file name. This is the file name here. Overwrite true. Let's see what happens. I mean, there's clearly no files here, so let's get rid of the manual. They do for the rest of them too. Well, some of them transferred. That's weird. But these are the ones that are like the wrong, which tells me like the date didn't save right on those ones. Is it not set to loop? Yes, SS files. The not date is already in the correct format. Oh, if not. Oh, I see. It had a not. Okay. Crap. So if it doesn't work, I guess we just pick a date. If there's something weird with it, we can just pick a date, right? We don't even need to like do this. Actually, we could do that. Yeah. So we don't even need to do an if. If it fails to parse, we'll just YOLO and give it a date. We'll just take whatever date we can for now. I think that'll be fine. Adage oak. What do you call a gassy gladiator? Spartacus. You know, there could be more than one. You know what always makes me happy? Bothering people. If it makes you happy, can't be that bad. If it makes you happy, why the hell are you so sad? Mm-hmm. Hey, Gavin. How's your awful stream going? Wait, what am I doing? I'm playing the game, but I'm trying to look at my save system. Let's see. Look at that. Non-existent. So now, when it upgrades, it puts all of the dates, the loaded dates, in the date file. I don't even know why there's a date file. It's like some kind of integrity check or something. So it puts them all into these files. So that should work. I think. I apologize for my yawning. Somehow I just opened. Does it because there will never be another date the same again? Ever. I've had this fun debate with somebody about, or maybe it was, well, I use it against Tom Sutton when we talk about opportunity cost in life. But I also use it with other people about the eclipse. Like, oh, we got an eclipse. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I said, listen, every day is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Every single day. The day that you lived won't exist ever again. So, yeah, so what? It's an eclipse. It's actually a multiple in a lifetime. In fact, the likelihood of me experiencing exactly the same day again versus me seeing 2 eclipses in my lifetime, is much lower. So it's almost impossible for me to live the exact same day again, as far as we know. Eclipses by that scale or measure, they're just like a dime a dozen. So, that's the mindset that can drag you into addiction? Nah. Hey, Laser, doing well. Tired today. I have a birthday celebration to attend with my youngest. Oh man, that was amazing. If I do it again, it'll be just as amazing. No, actually, it's the thing that would prevent you from getting addicted. When you realize that you'll never have the same experience ever again. Right? That's the point. So in fact, it's the opposite of what you said. Addiction presupposes that you'd be able to replicate the experience. You do. You got it. Bass backwards, Gavin. You need to tell me about your addiction problem? I'm not a therapist or anything, but... Do I want... I think I should just make one... I should move this method into the other one. I think so. I think what I should do is take this one. Okay. Yeah, take that code. Put it in here. I'd never slandered you, Motzi. Well, it's not drugs, not gambling. It isn't as safe for work though, so yeah, don't I don't think it would be appropriate then if that's the case. So we need we have a directory. We don't need files. Files are going to be provided. The only thing I've ever been addicted to were video games. So let's see. We have that's the directory path. That's the file pattern. So we're gonna need the directory name. Two addictions. Unboxing TF2. For me, it's these streams. You're addicted to streams? Might as well face it. You're addicted to streams. So I want to do... So we're going to take this here. Do base directory path here. That'll save me from having to do weirdness. Then we'll call this one directory path. And we'll just get rid of this entirely. That should actually be the entirety of what I need in this code. And then we'll just call this point. Save file pattern. It can't be because of my, effective coding style. Three things. I used to work for a slot machine company. It didn't sit right with me. Did it sit left? It's just because I know how prone I am to stuff like vices. Have you tried loosening the vice? Or you just like have a whole workshop in your home with a bunch of vices, tightening them down. I said losing the vice is funny because you could find a way to make a device joke if you were smart. Will this work? This will work. I feel like I saved the date files with them. Yes, I did. Loosen the portcullis. What do you sometimes find on the face of a volcano? A mustache. I don't lava that joke very much. Laser, did I show you the fishing game? I mean the update to the fishing game? Obviously you've seen it. Did the save thing work? I almost feel like I have to make the save upgrade like an optional choice that's requested. Or a warning that it's happening, I guess. It makes sense. Did it not work? I'll show you. I have to put the sound on, which means I gotta go on mute. Okay, so you're just wandering around. Obviously, these characters aren't always going to be part of your life, but... Fishing music comes on. It's great. Gotta pick my rod and bait. Gotta cast. Look at the controls. Hold on. Pause it real quick. And I can even do this. The controls are. I don't remember if I added the keys for all of them, so we'll see if that. So look, it changes to whatever key I'm supposed to push, A or X. Nice. And then it's got a reeling sound. The music changed to the reeling music. Caught. However, the music should change right now back to the regular music, but I'll just do that. And you go back. And then you can do it again. And now there's only one raving fish for some reasons. Only one of the fishes decides to have a rave. I don't know why it's that one fish. It's always that one fish for some reason. I can catch another fish if I want to. Also, apparently, the line is not connected right. Oops. I think there's something wrong with when it switches to the reeling mode that causes that. But yeah, there's little bugs to fix and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty much done. When you catch the fish, you get the fish added to your inventory. So that's fun too. And if the fish happens to be a boot, then the boot gets added to your inventory. Which I particularly like. It would be like a treasure chest. It would be added to your inventory. What's that face about? Evan's sad face. Why are we getting Evan's sad face? That's sad. Oh, I didn't see the joke. I have been asking everyone what LGBTQ is. So far, no one's given me a straight answer. That's kind of a good joke. Is that appropriate? I don't know if that's... I think that's... I feel like that's not bad. Because it's, it's relevant to the idea that LGBTQ. It's edging it. I kind of like, because like you're not getting a straight answer, because it's like you can be LGBTQ and T for sure, right? Because I don't know how that works. Because straight no longer has the meaning it would have in the more binary phase of my youth, right? Because now it's more like cis versus you don't see. I don't know. I think it's okay. I mean, like, someone could tell me if they think it's inappropriate, but I don't think it's like it's not malicious or meant to imply something is wrong with LGBTQ. It's kind of like, what's the gender of a chocolate bar? Her, she, right? That's a joke Rome has told me. And they thought that one was funny. It's a pretty benign one. How does the gender fluid family kill people? They, them. They slash them. I think I've seen that one too. Now, just for the sake of awareness, let's make sure we're being careful about it. Don't take that joke as the, approval to flood out all the possible jokes you can come up with that are in that genre. Synthesize her. I barely know her. I do like. I've heard this they slash them one before. I kind of like that one actually. Okay, so why is my save file thing not doing what I wanted to do? That's the other question. I did change a bit, so let's look at this real quick. Set up upgrade files. Directory name is manual. Pattern is that. Oh, I see. I mean, it should still work, but okay, whatever. So this is the character path plus nothing. And then this should be... Did you know that Bruce Lee has a faster older brother suddenly? Oh, man. Bug. Be a good one. If Apple made a car, what would it be missing? Windows. What do you call a ninja with a broken arm? Ninjured. I mean, that's kind of unrelated to jokes. I will tell you that while I have been working a lot on the game, I have been taking more breaks than usual because I got on a Celeste kick. And I am on the last phase of the moon level, which is you have to get, in order to get to the last phase of the moon level, you have to get all of the red hearts, which are all the B-sides. So I beat every level on the B-sides. I haven't started on C-sides yet. My doctor told me I'm going deaf. The news was hard for me to hear. With my eyes, when my doctor told me I was going blind. I see what you're saying. Are we gonna get it? Nope. Turn the audio down. We're getting the files. These are the new file names. But where is it saving them? Is it saving them in the same folder? No. Oh, there it is. Oh, weird. Okay. So this is... That's funny. That's not how it should be doing it. Okay. My wife's always threatening me. Before I met my wife, I was incomplete. Now she says I'm finished. Not calling that a joke an F. I got buck teeth. I got it's not really buck teeth. I think buck teeth are more common when you're younger and you have teeth that are bigger for your mouth than you've grown into yet. What did I do with the save here? Directory name needs to be auto. Okay. And then I must have done something twice in here. What did I do? Get the files and save them. I don't know why it would be. Base directory path, base directory path. Directory path, we add the name. This is where we're getting the files from. This is where we're putting them at. Maybe there's just something weird with the... That'd be a gap tooth, it is, that you have. I don't know if that's dental term or not. Hey, Rome. How are you? I saw some excellent messages you sent to Composing. Or dad jokes. Anyone else doing Ludum Dare? No, not me. What happened when the cast of Friends was stuck out at sea in a life raft? They were fine because Lisa Kudrow. Womp womp. We are going to go to a bouncy place tomorrow morning. So while I get some sleep in time, because it's for my toddler's birthday, I will not be sleeping in forever. So I think I'm going to be yeah, I'm exhausted too. But I haven't put an aviary. What am I doing? Why am I playing the fishing game? I'm so used to doing that right now. Hold on. Okay, well the auto file's there, but for some reason... Oh, I see. I know what the problem is. Okay. Yes, I want to see pictures. So close to the aviary. Hopefully they should be able to move in full-time tomorrow. They've been enjoying having the past couple of days in it while I work on buttoning it up. That's awesome. Bouncy place sounds fun. Yeah, my friends and I were shoving each other head first. Oh, okay, down a bouncy house. Did you die? What happened? The way the setup of this is not promising. So this is going to be the from. That's got to be the to. Maybe what I could do instead is I'll do this work here. Instead of saying directory name, which I don't think I need. No. I'll just change this here. So this is like from directory path. We'll just put this. What is it? Yeah, from and to, right? Just sent on Discord. What we got? Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Can I share it on stream, or is this something you would just want me to look at on the side? Wound up in the fight. Oh, I was fighting half-heartedly, just trying to defend yourself. I felt so bad. What happened to son? Time's up, and I thought he wanted to be included. Oh, you started shoving a kid. Gonna make wood. Yeah, you can share if you want. Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, like, I don't know what an aviary looks like, but this is quite impressive. This is quite impressive. Look at this thing. You made this all by yourself? Did you paint it too? Another view of it. It looks really cool. The only type of bird going in there are quality birds. For a quality aviary. Crazy. I have done the whole thing solo and on super small budget. I was so fortunate to have a bunch of scrap wood. I mean, you made it work great. Will it keep them warm in the winter? Quail, yeah. That's super, super impressive. I'm thinking about buying a couple of prairie acres and putting an A-frame on it. It's even thick. I am now a bird. We're not going to do this thing at all. And instead, we're going to find all the places that just failed and paste it in. All right. So meow, we can just do it this way. So this is the from. Then var 2 manual direct. Oh, nope. And then this is from autosave path. Oh, please. Why did you do that to me? Something happened to my typing. What? I'm going to be putting up plastic on the hardware cloth Eric Winter, and we'll have insulated spot too. Will you have like a little heater in there? Do they have heaters for that sort of thing? I don't know how any of this works. I kind of think I should just like, when I get this upgraded save system working, I should just YOLO it and be like, you know what? You start the game, you get the update. Because it's surprising how much work I have to do to achieve what people have asked me for. Abrams ready from the build, not overly complicated. That's cool. It'd be neat to do one on a prairie. Shuffles laser burn into the... Okay, so we're going to do 2 auto directory, which will be... We don't need that file pattern. Yes, okay. And then we'll do this one, and then we'll get rid of this. If we were all about using our keys and not about using... Oh. Problem is you get like one key wrong on the keyboard and you go on a journey. Okay. So this should, I think, get us a fully upgraded file system. Because our end goal is going to be, I suppose, like, I don't think you need to specify where you manually save. I think you can just have infinite manual save. Well, it's much harder. I suppose we could make some kind of limit, but I don't know. They don't need a heater. They have higher body temp than us, and they basically a down coat with all their feathers. They just need a draft-free, well-ventilated. Oh, that's cool. Hey, by the way, totally unrelated to me working on code, Composy and I have been wondering why we always feel tired in the morning. And whenever we travel to someone else's house, it feels like we are able to like sleep better and wake better. And so for the longest time of like, is it something about our house, our room? Is there like some air quality issue we need to be concerned about? Should we be concerned about radon, all this stuff? So I got this fancy home air quality monitor. And the first thing I found out was our CO2 levels get above 1,000 ppm. The standard range in your home is between 400 and 1,000. So ours is above 1,000 sometimes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is there something wrong with our, furnace or something else causing it? And I was going to bed at night. I was looking, it was above 1,000. I can't even... Is there anything identifiable in here? No, I don't think so. I'm really worried about identifiable information, but I don't see anything identifiable. So you can see that little peak there. Right? That was yesterday. This was when I was going to bed. Like I do yoga in our bedroom. That's why I'm building up the suspense. So I was getting freaked out about this. Like, what is wrong? Well, first off, I closed the door to the room because I do that because we have kids in our house. I just want privacy. Window shut. We have one outflow vent and one inflow vent in that room. So I start looking it up, and I started looking up the facts about CO2. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, if you got CO2, that means there's something wrong in your house. No, it means you don't have a well ventilated space. Because like everything I read was like, oh, you got to make sure your windows are open. Like, well, we live in Minnesota, right? Part of the problem is ventilation's hard to get in the middle of winter, right? So I opened the window in the room, and yeah, this is like 10:59. So I opened the window, and it started going down. So it was up here when I started freaking out about it, and I opened the window. Gotta have privacy for that naked yoga. And it took a while, actually. I mean, this is like by 3 in the morning, it finally went down almost to the 1,000 mark. And then it had another spike and it went down. That was just with the window open, not with the door open. But then it went all the way down to like this number. So eventually it cleared out a little bit. And in the morning, for some reason, there was another spike. I'm not even sure why. But then it eventually went all the way down, right? So what we've confirmed for ourselves is it's very unlikely that there's something in our house generating CO2, because if it was that, it wouldn't go down so dramatically with just minor changes to our space. And it's that we don't have good airflow in our house. We have terrible airflow in our house. And so now we got to figure out how we're going to mitigate that. So tonight, for bedtime, I told Composy that she needs to leave the door open to the bedroom. Because I mean, like right now, this is where it's at right now. It's like all the way down in the green. Ventilation is a huge part. And incidentally, the other reason I was kind of like, about this is when we actually went to North Carolina. I don't like to share that on stream, but we went to North Carolina for a week. And while we were there, the air quality monitor we have that just says whether it's good or bad or whatever, it said the air was clean. But the second we got back, it said it got fair or poor. Yeah, just being a human living in a space that has poor ventilation can bump those CO2 levels up pretty significantly. The more you know, I mean, it's pretty insane. I didn't think it would do it that badly, but you know. Okay, so now there's a problem with why is auto not? Oh crap! Try this again. This is part of the problem of not paying attention because I'm screaming and talking. Oh, sorry, I missed your part about the insulated section will be a third wooded part. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, hopefully if we get the right ventilation, I mean, having fans, just having a fan that blows air around so that it can get into the outflow vents and stuff can help. Having plants in your house can help. It's not as much as you think it would be, but it still would help a little bit. So any rooms that you might be worried about, make a whole house ventilation system. I think for Minnesota, you look for a heat recovery ventilator. Yeah, I think what I'm going to... Well, we don't have good vents either. Our house wasn't built with the level of venting that it has, I don't think. I'm really not sure because I think it did used to have a water heater system. Or a radiator system, I think. I'm not even sure what it used to have. But whatever. I mean, it's a very enlightening thing to learn. And while that sensor thing was more expensive than I'd like, it's good to know precisely some information about this. Because I'm also worried about radon. That's a common thing. Which apparently is just everywhere. Okay, so then I was doing this. I did auto. From to, there we go. All right, so this time it should work. And then just to sort of, in keeping with my desire to get some sleep for my kids, it's a shorter stream tonight. I normally try to stream a little bit longer on Saturdays, but I'm going to go to the bouncy place. And I don't want to sleep in all morning like I usually do. I'm kind of wondering if I'll be able to sleep better. And yeah, Rome will look into the HRV system. I could be that could be used, but they're pricey. I suppose there anything. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. If we can mitigate it on a basic level, it'll be okay. I mean, it sucks not being able to have a door shut in the winter. So we might, I mean, we might have to figure out some other way, or like having a window open in the winter, which is not genuinely recommended. All right, did it do it? Here we go. So this is going to end up being the auto save system and the manual save system. So once I get all the logic wired up, this can just essentially grow. And when you select, you select one, it'll retain whatever the save file is, and you'll be able to load whatever one you want. I think this will appease a number of people. And for the people who never do manual saving, they'll just have this. This will be full of like hundreds of files. We'll figure that one out. Quite a bit out there for products. Hope you can find something that works. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, if like the very basic change helps, great. Eventually we'd want like I think even having fans, like overhead fans and things like that, just something to circulate air better would probably work. I think if you have a room that is doesn't have a lot of outflow, and there's not a lot of circulation of air, I think it just makes it sit there. So when you breathe out and you breathe out CO2, the CO2 doesn't travel or disperse, and so it builds up, right? Because we do have an outflow vent, and there's like cracks under the door. There's places where air could go, but it's just not circulating enough in the room. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap up now so I can, try to get to bed at a semi-reasonable time and help my youngest daughter celebrate her birthday tomorrow. It's not her birthday tomorrow, but my wife and I have to work on Monday, so sort of just a compromise, I guess. Have it on a Sunday. And next week, Rome, I'm going to be at VGM Con. VGM Con, not com. VGM.com. Hey, there's Lucy Din. Who's Lucy Din? Working on an RPG Maker. Do you talk? Are you a talker? RPG Maker Devon. Hedikins, Kimley, Erin. I don't remember it. Sometimes I have these like, I wonder if Lucy didn't. Actually, you know what I could do? I could just check if they're if they have audio. Are they talking or typing? This isn't like the other person the other day. Okay. Yeah, they talk. Okay. That's good. Thanks for stopping in, Laser. It's in Plymouth. Oh, Ether, thanks for hanging out. And Mendoza. Okay, so you guys have just been hanging out listening to me chat. I never know until I'm done streaming, like, was anyone there? Thanks for being here, folks. We're gonna go say hi to Lucy Din. I'm gonna be moving on to less technical things. You just got here. Sorry for leaving right away. I'm gonna be working on less technical things off stream. So on stream, I'm gonna be doing whatever technical things I can find. Save system improvements to the fishing game and more is coming. So I'll be back on Tuesday, I think. Yes. Yes. I might even still be here on Saturday of next week. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I'm a figment of your imagination. I'm almost always here. Well, it's good to have you here. Thank you, everybody. I will be back again on Tuesday, and I will have more stuff to show. So y'all have a great night. Have a great weekend. And I'll wish my daughter a happy birthday for y'all. I'm gonna presumptive happy birthday. All right, have a good night, y'all.